Sit. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Dr. Seuss. Hello, students, family members, and faculty. I would like to thank all of you for making this graduation possible. We wouldn't be here without the help of our parents, teachers, coaches, and classmates. First, our parents. They've been on our side when we needed them most. They always had a Band-Aid and hugged when we scraped our knees. They helped us study when homework became intense. They always offered advice, such as not making faces, or else they'll stick that way. Obviously, some of us didn't listen. Well, not only did our parents help us get here, but St. Pius helped us too. After all, St. Pius is the best elementary school in the state of Oregon. It has brought us to this moment of our lives. Our teachers. Mrs. Dolman taught us how to write in cursive, helped us to remember our lines with the selfie play, and how to play nice. She would always say, "Crabs live in the ocean." Mrs. B taught us how to cross-stitch, and about Pope John Paul II who died that year, and Pope Benedict XVI who was appointed. Miss Roberts taught us about the Oregon Trail, and our competitive spirit really came out with its covered wagon game. In 5th grade, our table in the cafeteria at lunch was usually bare, because we ate with Mrs. Fawcett in her room as much as we could. Miss Bramley taught us how to understand important current events that were happening, that were making history. She let us act out the Civil War, and even assassinate a fellow student. Mrs. Doty had awesome math games, and always gave us the benefit of the doubt, whether or not we deserved it. Senora Helzer taught us how to read and speak Spanish, which is an ongoing process. Mrs. Hume, besides her love for licorice, taught us how to read and act out Shakespeare. Mr. Barrett taught us to always have a good song in our hearts. Mrs. Casey taught us how to draw and create. Mr. Nesbitt taught us how to be a good sport and play fair. And Mr. Enkel, besides math, detention, amazing patience, and Star Trek, challenged us to go beyond what we thought we could do. We could always count on Mrs. Anderson for candy and Band-Aids. Mrs. Thompson was always there to remind us about the rules and made sure we followed them with a smile. Most of the time. Of course, Father Craig taught us how to take tests early on. The answer is always C. He always taught us how to keep a bit of humor around. And finally, Mrs. Braco, who helped us not only to know about physics equations, science for stuff, and how to have an amazing time at outdoor school, but taught us to be good Christians. Over our years at St. Pius, with the help of our teachers and parents, we have learned to bring out our inner self and to persevere, so we always pick up ourselves after we fall, that it's okay to make a mistake. I personally would like to thank my sister Hannah for always being there for me. David Dan, who was like a brother, for showing me the true value of friendship. And especially my gymnastics teacher and coach, Leonard Spivey, who also helped me get to this point in my life. He taught me never to accept anything but my best, and he always told me, "You can do it, man. I know you can." But we can't forget what this graduation is really about, the students. As we are nearing the end of this journey, we can't help but reflect on some memorable moments. We all remember when Cole tried to bungee jump from the play structure with a jump rope. We remember in the 5th grade plays when some students in the back closet screamed in the middle of one because they thought there was a spider in there. It was really upsetting. We can't forget about the rubber band wars. We went crazy with shooting rubber bands in 7th grade. We had to line up and turn our shirts inside out. If there were any rubber bands, Mrs. Hume gave us detention. Some of us escaped detention because the rubber bands were in our shirt pocket. In 4th grade, we were banned for life from dodgeball. For a time, I think we were banned from any organized sports at all at recess. We could be intense, but we could also be kind and supportive of each other, whether it was collecting teddy bears for children in need, or not letting anyone feel alone at lunch. We always tried to squish everyone together until we were just too big to do that anymore. We helped each other study for tests, worked together on projects, and somehow, somewhere along the line, we became a family. We had great times here at St. Pius. The world is a rapidly changing place. Over the last few years, we have seen the first African-American man elected president, witnessed the global financial crisis, and even witnessed the worst oil spill in history. Texting, Twitter, and Facebook were all words we didn't know about for the last few years. Now, going forward, we may know where we will be going, but we don't know what to expect, or what it will be like, what trials and successes we will have, what good times will we experience, what new things will we try. We must remember always to have fun. We must only worry about what's really important and not just the small stuff, and the ability to figure out the difference. We have much to look forward to, and remember, in the words of Dr. Seuss, do not cry because it's over. Smile because it happens. Congratulations, class of 2010.